Whitney Bernier, North Country Union.
Whitney was a first-team All-State selection and the Division II Player of the Year in 2015. She scored 56 goals in her senior year to cap a 165-point four-year career. She scored 3 unassisted goals to carry the Falcons to a 3-2 overtime win in the semifinals, and notched another hat trick in the finals to lead North Country to its first ever girls hockey title.
Hi, I'm Whitney Bernier. I go to North Country. I'm a senior this year and I play hockey. So I started skating when I was 2, just about when I started walking, and I started playing hockey when I was 6. I played with boys until I was probably 11 or 12. We started a girls team. Claude was my coach for the longest time. We get to high school and I've been playing here ever since. I also play on a traveling team and I pretty much do hockey all the time.
Whitney Bernier is a very determined athlete. When it comes to hockey, she works harder than anyone on the team. So, which in fact makes her a great leader as well. Everybody can see her work, even if she's injured. It's hard to keep her off the ice. I try to protect her from herself, is what I say.
So the semifinals were down 2-0, and I actually got hurt. And everyone says if I wouldn't have got hurt and wouldn't have got mad, we wouldn't have won that game. But something sparks when I get mad, and so I ended up getting the hat trick and scored in overtime, and we won. And it was just, I don't know, it was like the biggest night I guess I remember in hockey, and it was just huge for everybody.
There are times this season that, for the past 4 seasons, that we'd come back from J Peak after an hour practice and a 45-minute bus ride both ways, and she couldn't wait to get home to jump in her car and go to Gardner Park and continue working on her shots. So
I love the way hockey makes me feel. It's like my safe haven. I feel complete, I guess, when I'm playing hockey. I don't worry about anything. I don't have anything on my mind. It's just I let go, and yeah.
Jessica Schanlaber, White Mountains Regional.
The Records Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year, a state champion in Nordic skiing, and the top-seeded runner in 2 track and field events, Jessica's career has been nothing short of stellar. In the fall, she helped lead White Mountain Regional to its first Girls Cross Country Championship. She ran a personal best at the New Hampshire Meet of Champions to qualify for New England's. In the winter, she was the state champion in the individual classic race and was 3rd in skate, guiding the Spartans to the Division III Nordic title.
Hi, my name is Jessica Schanlaber. I'm a senior at White Mountains Regional High School, and I am a cross-country runner, a Nordic skier, and a track and field runner. And I also joined the tennis team this year. I got into running when I was, I think, in 7th grade, and I would go for runs with my dad all the time. And I didn't like it at first, and it would always be a chore to go out for a run, and then I just started to love it, and I joined middle school track, and I've been running ever since.
The thing that makes Jess special really is her work ethic. The fact that you know that she is constantly working, constantly training to be successful, and you can just rely on that. Even if if we have a day off, or if we're giving them something happens without practice that day, we know that she's going to go out and do her own workout. We don't doubt that at all for a second. We also know that she'll take interest in her teammates and make sure they're doing the same thing. She keeps people accountable, which is great.
I think what motivates me to be the kind of runner that I am is that I not only run for myself, but I will run for my teammates, and when I'm running, I often will think of their names in my head and just run harder for them. And I also I want to pass on the kind of the role that I have of team captain, leading them in warm-ups and leading them in team prayers and everything. I think it's really unique to run for a school like White Mountains because We don't have the equipment that schools in the South have, and we don't have the resources, but with running, it's cool because all you need is a pair of gym shoes. So you can get out there and work just as hard as someone down in Exeter, down in Merrimack.
If there's a particular moment in mind with Jess that comes to my mind, it would be last year's state meet in the mile, where she had to grind it out against another athlete, and they grinded out the last, I would say, 150 meters or so, and Jess ends up winning basically by nose. That probably really shows just her level of grit and determination and how hard of a worker Jess really is.
Tyrah, Urie, Lake Region Union.
Lightning quick on the track, lethal on the soccer pitch, and a game changer on the basketball court, Tyrah is a three-sport household name among coaches throughout the state. Running in the 100, 200, and division best 4x400 meter relay team, she helped Lake Region to earn runner-up at last year's Division III Track and Field Championship. A four-time Mountain League Player of the Year in soccer, Tyrah finished her varsity career with a school record 76 goals. She led the Rangers basketball team in points and steals this year in a 21-3 run to the state finals.
Hi, my name's Tyrah Urie. I go to Lake Region Union High School. I play basketball, soccer, and track, and I'm a senior. When you have two brothers, it's pretty competitive, so they'd never let me win, but, you know, I'd always keep working hard, and they'd never let me quit. So if we were playing to 21, we'd have to play to 21 no matter if I had 0 points. They'd always keep me going, and that's where I got a lot of my competitiveness from. I hate losing. Everyone hates losing. But when you have the drive to win the game, you automatically makes you work 10 times harder.
Tyrah has been a great leader and a great example. She has been on the varsity for 4 years for every sport she's been on. The older girls have gotten along with her, and when she was one of the older girls, the younger girls have looked up to her. She keeps the mood light, and she works hard when she's out there, and she understands what's important.
Probably a memorable moment for playing sports was when our basketball team made it to Barrie. We waited 3 years to get there, and to finally get there was a pretty big accomplishment and one of the best feelings. Even though we didn't get the outcome we wanted, we made it to the finals. What I learned from sports, probably the biggest thing is you don't always get what you want in life, so you're going to have to move on. Like if you take a game, for instance, you might not score that point, but you're going to have to move on and play defense on the other end. I mean, you got to keep working in life, so.
Well, there's a few moments over the last couple of years that I'm going to just kind of sum up. We have had several one-goal games in the last 2 years, and she scored the game-winning goal in the last 3 to 4 minutes in, I believe, 8 different games. That says something about her, says something about her persistence, her ability, says something about her knowledge of the game and her willingness to step up when we needed her the most.